That's good. B is for balance. And again, we want to be able to shift our weight because we're not static human beings. So therefore, we're looking at what we call dynamic balance. One that allows us to shift our weight and still stay balanced. One that allows us to counterbalance and still stay balanced. So if you would, stand up. Feel the weight going into your feet. If you want to stay in a chair, feel free to do so. But feel that weight going into that sits bones again, like we did with alignment. Now, if you would, with awareness, feel whether the weight feels more on your heels, more on your outside of your feet, more on the inside of your feet. And again, these are all strategies that we've developed as we've redesigned our walk, or maybe designed it initially, but probably redesigned. Now, when you do that, please take one hand and slide it down your thigh. Now, as the hand slides down, the head might want to stay, but let the head bend too, so that you feel that bending motion. And when you do so, do you feel like there's more weight that goes onto the leg that you're bending towards? Or is there more weight that goes to the other leg? Maybe you've never thought of it that way. Maybe you just bend and you're not aware of which leg you go to. But what's interesting is that when you go to the other side, is it the same? Some people, when they bend to this side, they find, oh no, they're staying on the same leg as they were bending here. Interesting. That's all we talk about. It's interesting because ultimately what we want to be able to do is bend to one side. But if you think about it, if you keep bending to that side without counterbalancing, you might fall. And if you bend to this side, you keep going, you keep going, you keep going without counterbalancing, you might fall. That's B for balance. And one of the things that we have to understand about being able to move freely is we need a little bit more space inside this rib area. Now we think of the ribs as a cage. What doesn't a cage do? It doesn't move. So what we want is to be able to find spaces between each of those ribs so that we could shorten this side while we lengthen this side. And then we could shorten this side while we lengthen this side. So as we embody balance, we are thinking of finding and experiencing more space. So if you just do something like that and you stand, do you feel a difference? Right. And now as you bend over, maybe the weight goes to the other leg. Now as you bend over, maybe the weight goes to the other leg as opposed to the same old default pattern. That's what we call a default pattern. B is for balance.